Imagine sitting on a plane, everything feels normal. A short flight. Nothing to worry about. Then suddenly, people start screaming. Men rush toward the cockpit. And within minutes, your life is no longer in your control. The pilots tell them something terrifying: we don't have enough fuel. But the hijackers don't believe them. And that's when everyone on board realizes, this flight is not going to land safely. November 23, 1996. A routine morning in Addis Ababa. Passengers arrive at the airport, checking in like any other day. Families. Business travelers. Tourists. Some are heading home, others are starting new journeys. The aircraft is a Boeing 767, operated by Ethiopian Airlines. The destination, Nairobi. A short, uneventful flight. Or at least, that's what everyone thinks. The plane takes off smoothly. No turbulence. No issues. Just another flight in the sky. Just minutes after takeoff, everything changes. 3 men suddenly stand up from their seats. At first, it doesn't seem unusual. But then, they move quickly. Straight toward the cockpit. Passengers begin to notice. Something isn't right. Voices rise. Panic spreads. Within seconds, chaos erupts. The men force their way into the cockpit. And now, they are in control. Inside the cockpit, the hijackers make their demand: backhand index pointing right, fly us to Australia. The pilots are stunned. Australia? That's thousands of kilometers away. Far beyond the aircraft's fuel capacity. The captain tries to stay calm. He explains carefully, this plane cannot make that journey. But the hijackers don't listen. They think it's a lie. They think the pilots are trying to trick them. And they make one thing clear: backhand index pointing right. They are not changing their minds. The pilots try again. More serious this time. They explain the situation in detail. Fuel calculations. Distance. Limits. Everything. But fear and desperation have taken over. The hijackers refuse to believe them. To them, the pilots are just making excuses. The plane continues flying. Further and further away from safety. Inside the cabin, passengers begin to understand. This is not a normal hijacking. This is something worse. Time passes. Fuel levels drop. The situation becomes critical. The engines begin to struggle. Passengers feel something is wrong. The tension is unbearable. No one knows what will happen next. Some pray. Some cry. Some sit in silence, waiting. The captain knows one thing: backhand index pointing right. They will not make it. He makes a final decision. He turns toward the nearest possible land, the Comoros Islands. Below them, nothing but ocean. Then it happens. One engine fails. Moments later, the second engine shuts down. Silence. The aircraft is no longer flying. It is falling. The captain prepares for an emergency water landing. A nearly impossible maneuver. The ocean is rough. The aircraft is unstable. He tries to keep control. But at the last moment, one wing hits the water. The plane spins violently. It breaks apart on impact. Chaos everywhere. Out of 175 people on board, 125 lose their lives. But some survive. Clinging to debris. Floating in the ocean. Waiting for rescue. And in a shocking twist. Backhand index pointing right. The entire crash was captured on video. By tourists on a nearby beach. The world watches the tragedy unfold. The pilots told the truth. They did everything they could. But no one listened. And in the end, it wasn't a mechanical failure. It was a decision.